Hello Scorpio, welcome to your monthly reading for April 2023. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you, what guidance, and I hope that these messages and guidance do resonate with you for this month ahead. Now this reading is for you if you are a Scorpio sun, moon or rising sign. Let's get started. Okay, Scorpio, we have 32 and seclusion. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Cups. We have Strength, we have Teacher, and we have Crow Spirit with Co-Create with Spirit. Pretty much my favorite card in the whole Animal Spirit deck. I've actually been talking a lot in these readings, every single one of them actually pretty much, about co-creating with Spirit, and I feel April, it pretty much followed through in every reading about this sense of co-creating with Spirit. And I feel that in this month of April, I feel that we're really being drawn to see how we co-create with Spirit, and how I feel like we're going to be shown ways that Spirit steps in to help us. Now your overall energy for the month, Scorpio, is seclusion. But look at this card, it's beautiful. It's not hiding. It's not hiding away in a dark, fear-based place. I feel this is you stepping away from things. And I almost got like this cabin here has just been picked up from somewhere else and then just put here on the mountain. And I feel like as I saw that, I pictured this as your mind, Scorpio. So it's almost like you're going to pick your mind up out of the everyday life, out of your everyday life, and you're going to give it moments of rest and seclusion. And the best way to describe that is meditation. You know, we allow our mind to be, and so the thoughts keep racing if that's what they're going to do, but it's almost like we've picked it up and put it in a quiet space. Put it in a space where it can run but it can't hurt itself. That's interesting. Putting your mind in a place where it can run but it can't hurt itself. So there's a sense here, especially with that last comment, that it's going to be very important to be aware how your mind is working for or against you this month. And the reason I say for or against, actually, sorry. Okay. So Spirit wanted me to repeat that to realize my error. So he doesn't want an or in the middle of those words. It's how your mind works for and against you. Because it's both. It's not going to work one or the other. It's going to be a bit of both. And I feel that in this seclusion, Scorpio, you're going to see the difference. You're going to see you're going to gain clarity on where your thoughts actually lead you, in the sense of what beliefs, what truths they lead you to. And that's going to be really important for you this month, Scorpio, because with this Three of Pentacles at the end of your reading, I feel like you're really working towards some long-held dream, some goal, something that you've been quietly working away on, or something that you would dearly love to do. I'm almost feeling like you want to be somebody's apprentice. You want to learn something but haven't found the right school or mentor or course. Spirit's actually just said to me the right program or the right book. And I'm wondering if there's a sense of broadening your horizon of where you think you will find this information, this person, this course. There's something blocking you, Scorpio, is the feeling that I'm getting. It's almost like there's a door in your mind that needs to open in order for you to be able to move forward with this. This seclusion is going to help you understand what that is. It's going to help you understand how you can at the same time want something so badly but be blocking yourself from accessing it. This timeout, you know, this seclusion is a 5, a 3 and a 2 is a 5 in numerology. The 5 is all about change. It's about taking risk. It's about doing things differently. But it's change. And this quiet time, this seclusion where you've got time to kind of nurture your mind and look at your thoughts. It's actually going to change a lot of things for you, because you're going to see things from a very different viewpoint. I feel like this is Spirit bringing you insight. Now, we've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Four of Wands in the middle. Now, the Pentacles are the tangible things of this world. They're our jobs, they're the people that surround us, they're it's life, it's tangible, it's like a seed. A pentacle is like a seed that you can plant and it will grow into something. It needs to be nurtured and cared for, because if not, it'll wilt and it'll die. It'll come to nothing. And the wands are very much passion-driven projects. It's our soul. It's linked to our purpose and our calling and what fires us up. This is earth energy. This is fire energy. And I just got an image of like a fire running along the earth. And it's almost like the more grounded you can be, the more this fire can ignite. It needs that groundedness in order to run, which is really interesting, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the tarot. And the Knight of Wands, apart from the Knight of Swords, is the fastest. But the Knight of Wands is also very rapid. Now, knights for me in the tarot is the taking action. It's the doing part. And here we've got the Crow spirit, co-create with Spirit. This is what Spirit wants you to do. And for this seclusion card, we couldn't have got two better cards to explain it. Look at how they look at each other. They're going to meet. They're going to meet in the middle and create this something worth celebrating, this new door opening for you, this new portal opening that brings you to a place where you're recognized, where people, it's your soul tribe, it's your soul place. It's where you can do your work. It's where you're comfortable. And I don't mean comfortable as in like a comfort zone that you can sit there and just plod along. It's not that energy at all. It's when we find our place and our people, we flourish, because in that mix of like-mindedness, ideas sprout. Suddenly we're talking to people that are already on our same wavelength. So then discussions grow. Whereas when we talk to people who are not on our same wavelength, the conversation is a little bit stifled, in the sense that each party is having to explain themselves so that you've got some level of understanding to meet on. That's not happening anymore, Scorpio, because you're finding the people that understand you already. So when you share your thoughts and dreams, it's that environment that then clarity comes through. People will say, oh, I know so-and-so, they've got a shop, they need somebody to help them, it's right up your alley. The world, it's almost like things open up for you. So there's a sense here, I'm seeing this as the job, if you like, of your physical self and your soul. And this is how you can tap into both. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight of the tarot. He's methodical. He thinks things through. He likes to have a certain amount of certainty before he takes the first step. He likes to look at all the pros and cons. He likes to be thorough. This seclusion feeds this Knight of Pentacles, gives him time, gives him that quiet space to actually think and plan. And then you've got the Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands is passionate. It moves forward with excitement and drive and this energy that's stronger than him. It just pulls him through. It just gets him going. It's the thing, you open your eyes and you think, oh yes, I can start, I can get going. And this is also fueled in this seclusion mode, because it's in the seclusion mode that you can actually tap into this energy. This energy wants you to daydream. This is tangible, this is intangible. But both lead you to somewhere that is tangible, something that you can physically accomplish in the world. So the Knight of Wands is saying, set your mind free, dream, visualize. Nothing. The Knight of Wands is the most passionate knight in the tarot. And there's nothing, it won't limit itself. And there's this sense, Scorpio, that between this thoughtful, dedicated Knight of Pentacles and this flamboyant, fire, dream igniting Knight of Wands, you're going to find this place in the middle. because this Knight of Pentacles is fueled by the Knight of Wands, that it is drawn to the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is drawn to the Knight of Pentacles because this Knight of Wands on its own is just a daydream. This Knight of Pentacles is just a bit stuck. It needs the fuel of the Knight of Wands to move forward. And the Knight of Wands needs the tangible plan to bring its passion into reality. So the two blend together so beautifully. And they both do it in this seclusion. Now your seclusion is going to be short-lived, because this Four of Wands is anything but seclusion. Four of Wands is going through this door to meet the people, have the opportunities, be in the place. You know, this is like the right place at the right time. And this Three of Pentacles is how you're going to be of service. It's your soul calling. It's finding that course, finding those people, finding a way to put yourself out there, to put your service out there, finding a way to bring, this is literally bringing these two energies together. It's inspired action. And it's dedicated, it's in it for the long run. The Pentacles are not flighty energy. The Pentacles, you know, this Knight of Pentacles is looking, where am I going to plant my seed so that it yields and it keeps giving long term. This is long term energy. To come to a place that you're doing your craft. And that can be anything. That can be you become a doctor, you become a lawyer, you become an aide, you become an art teacher. We have the teacher card here. You become just anything, whatever we do is of service. Our doing is of service. And that's why it's so important to have our being and doing in alignment, and to have both energies come together. Because everything we do is of service. That doesn't mean that that service is good service or bad service. It's service. So how aligned you are, how aware, this seclusion will bring you awareness, how aware you are will be how much benefit your service is. And this is calling you, Scorpio. I don't feel that you don't know what this is all about. I don't feel like you're thinking, oh, but I don't know what I want to do. You might not know how to do it, but there's this pull. The pull is there, very, very much there. And we've got co-create with spirit, and the number on this card is 17, which comes to an 8. Now, first of all, I want to say we've got a 1 and a 7 here. This is about you, Scorpio. We're working a 7-year this year. 2023 is a 7-year, so we're working a 7-year. And I'm just getting this 17 for you, Scorpio. This year is about you. This year is about getting clarity, on you. And this seclusion is so important. And I see it more as a seclusion of your mind than actually being secluded, like going somewhere on your own, though some of you might find yourself doing that. But I really feel this is an exercise of your mind. This isn't, this is allowing your mind to have space, almost so that you can hear yourself think. I just got so you will hear yourself think. Spirit wants you to hear your thoughts, to see your thoughts, to feel your thoughts. Because I'm kind of feeling in your reading, Scorpio, it all starts there. This seclusion card is your overall energy. Now this 1 and 7 comes to an 8, which is it's our personal power number. And I'm just feeling that this year is about you, Scorpio, and about you embracing your inner power. And how that inner power, it actually doesn't fuel us to be dominant over anybody. It actually fuels us to be of better service, because when you sit in your power, you have so much to give. Power doesn't take, power gives. When you have and find your own courage and your own strength, remember we've got the teacher card here, you can show people how to live that. When we all sit in our power, you know, if you can imagine a gathering and 70% of those people are sitting in their power, the rest of the 30% will be lifted up to their own power. Because when you see somebody living their truth, recognizing themselves as the amazing being that we are, that somehow always kind of, it doesn't encourage, but it just kind of shows people, oh, I can do the same. It gives them permission. And I know that sounds silly, but it almost does. It gives them the permission to embrace their power. And this is power used in the highest form. When you sit in your power, Scorpio, Spirit can co-create with us so much better. Because we live our truth better. When we sit in our power, we don't need others to like pump us up. We don't need the recognition of others to make us feel good. We make ourselves feel good. We know ourselves so well. We know our flaws. We know our accomplishments. We know the truth of ourselves. We see it all. We have no judgment of it. We have no preference. We have a level of acceptance of ourselves. So then we become pretty much unshakable, because nobody can say anything to you to bring you down or to shake you or to make you doubt or make you feel better, because you do that for yourself. You see yourself so well and so truthfully that nothing anybody else can say can change that. If they tell you an untruth about yourself, you don't believe it, you don't question it, because you know your truth. If somebody else points out a truth in you, you don't get angry, you're not triggered by it, because you see that truth in you. even if it might not be a truth that you particularly like. You've accepted it, that is part of you, and you work with that. Nothing is either good or bad. We need a little bit of everything in order to be balanced. There's a sense of everything has its positive in the right environment, and everything has its negative in the right environment. So I've just had an image of somebody yelling. Now, a loud person, you know, if they go to, I don't know, the theatre and they're loud, okay, that's going to be viewed as a negative. People will be like, oh my God, be quiet, you've got such a big mouth. Oh, you know, so it will be seen as a negative attribute. But a loud person defending a cause, that's a positive. You don't want somebody whispering when they're, you know, when they're fighting for a belief, or when they're challenging beliefs, or when they're fighting for what's right, or, you know, like an animal rights activist, you know, a loud kind of voice that is heard and dominating is what you want. You don't want somebody whispering behind their hand, you know, very polite and everything. They need that attribute. So I'm not sure that they're very good examples, but I'm sure you get the message, Scorpio. Everything has a positive and negative side. It just depends in which situation you place it. And that's what Spirit wants to remind you. And when you know yourself so well, Scorpio, Spirit's ability to step in with synchronicities and just chance meetings and really amplifies, because you're more in a receptive mode. You're in a receptive energy. Life is not challenging you so much. Of course you will have challenges, definitely, but you're not challenged so much that you are filled with doubts and uncertainty about who you are. Because we've got to think that when we're in that mode, Spirit spends a lot of time trying to show us who we are, show us what we're capable of. But when we know that, Spirit can then spend its time giving us opportunities, giving us people that need our help, giving us a situation or a lifestyle that we want, because we're aligned. And to finish your reading, Scorpio, we have Strength and we have Teacher. And the Strength card says, anchor into your inner strength to follow your dreams and make a difference in the world. Call on your rebel nature to carve your own meaningful path and listen first to the intuitive nudges within you. Stay strong, steady, and fearless on your course. This seclusion will help you first listen to your intuitive nudges. It will help you stay strong because it will show you who you are. And it takes strength to stand in our power. It takes strength to dream these big dreams and then patiently and quietly and methodically work to accomplish them. And then you have Teacher, and the card says, we all have profound knowledge to share, and all relationships are divinely orchestrated to exchange lessons. All relationships are divinely orchestrated to exchange lessons along our journey. As we meet each other, we have the opportunity to share our wisdom and stories and perhaps lighten the load of a few travellers. You have something to give, Scorpio. You have something to share. You have talents. You have inspirations. You have love. You have your journey. Our journeys are never for nothing. Never, ever, ever. Sometimes they are for us and our growth, and sometimes they are for us in the sense of how we can give back, how we can be of service. And I feel in your reading, Scorpio, it's that twofold. It's that this is helping you see yourself in a completely new light. And this is also helping you step out and be of service. It's time to dream big, my friends, because you're going to be in a space where you can achieve them slowly, slowly and methodically. But it will come. And give yourself time, my friends. This is your overall energy. There's things that need to change with this 32 numerology 5. There's things that need to change, and in this quiet time, these quiet times, you'll get insight of what and how and what needs to change. I'm going to leave you with those messages, Scorpio. Love and light, my friends. Have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.